What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight 8610, and today we have a duel replay for you guys. This was sent in by Thefalcies. Be sure to check him out, I'll have a link in the description. He sent a link to his YouTube channel, so I'm giving him a shout out, as well as he sent a couple of replays using cubics and even the deck list too. So we're going to show a couple of those replays in this video, as well as the deck list at the end of the video too. So be sure to check out his channel, I will have a link to it in the description. But anyway, he's using cubics in this, as you guys can see. I've had a lot of requests to actually build cubics, so I think you guys are really going to enjoy this replay, showing how strong they can really be, and he's going against Blackwings. So yeah, let's go ahead and go through this. It goes by pretty quick too, because he really does show what cubics could do in this replay. So of course, the Blackwing player just kind of setting up a field using Zephyros and then a back row card. Plain and simple, not much really to say. Unfortunately, he didn't have the best back row. Then afterwards, of course, the Thefalcies is using hand destruction, which with this deck, you want to get as many of your cubics to the graveyard because they have additional effects are in the grave. Like Unification becomes a revival card once in the graveyard instead of being a fusion summon card for the cubic fusion monster. So they all kind of change like that when in the grave, so they give you different effects. So with this, obviously he's trying to fill his grave with all the different cubics. Then summons Red Resonator, activates its effect to then go for Summoner Monk, use Summoner Monk's effect to send Resonator Call to the graveyard, and then special summon Duza the Meteor Cubic Vessel. Then with that, of course, Duza is able to activate its effect, send a cubic card from your deck to the graveyard, which he goes for another Unification, and then afterwards he Synchro Summons Duza for Coral Dragon. After that, of course, I believe using a couple of Unifications, and then goes for two more of Duza, you guys can see. So then their effects activate, sending more cubics to the grave. There you go. Another Unification, and then Cubic Karma. And Cubic Karma basically becomes a searcher when it's in the graveyard. So you're able to add a cubic from your deck to your hand when you remove it. So he goes for V-Jom. And then, of course, using Coral Dragon's effect, discards V-Jom to then destroy the back row, because he didn't know what it was on that. So you're better off being safe than sorry on that, really. And then Coral Dragon being a Synchro Tuner, Synchro summons it with Duza to then go for Leo, the Keeper of the Sacred Tree. And then after that, another Unification activates, and Coral Dragon's effect. Coral Dragon, when it's removed from the field, sent to the graveyard, you get to draw a card, which he draws Cubic Karma. And then Unification activates, letting him then go for a special summon on Buster Gondil, the Cubic Behemoth. So then he gets another level 4 monster on his side of the field. After that, XC summoning it and Summoner Monk for number 39 Utopia. And then after that, he activates Cubic Karma, which then basically what this card does is you're able to target one of your cubic monsters and then send any number of V-Jom cubic seed monsters from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and that monster gains 800 for each one you send. So with this, he sends two of them to the graveyard, brings it up by another 1,600 attack. Then after that, going for Utopia the Lightning. And then just the damage. You guys know what's going to happen. And then Duza's effect will activate, which then, as you guys can see, makes it so it gains 200 attack for each monster with a different name in your graveyard until the end of the turn. So he's filled up that graveyard with enough different monsters, making it 4,600 attack, and yeah, that's exactly enough to win the duel. Plain and simple, just the exact number. So, but yeah, that's a good replay on showing how much power that this archetype can really have, and why it was so important for us to wait on Duza before anyone could really use cubics, right? Because we had to wait a little bit longer for that card. Now let's move on to the next replay. And of course, here's the other replay they sent in, going against, I believe, an anti-meta build, which so a lot of different traps and stuff on this. And yeah, let's go ahead and start this one up too. Kind of has the same strategy, so I don't have to explain too much in this one like I did in the previous one, because a lot of the same stuff going on, so it makes it a little bit easier to explain this one. Basically, his opponent sets a Fossil Dyna, and then also sets down two trap cards. So just mainly pretty good lineup to protect himself. But against this, you're going to need a little bit more. So afterwards, he's using Reasoning, and yeah, his opponent chose level 4, so he has to keep going until he gets to level 4, and everything else gets sent to the grave, you guys see. So obviously, like I told you guys in the first replay, you want to fill up that graveyard, and that's going to make Duza much stronger later on. So he's already been able to fill up that graveyard and get a lot of effects from that. Summoner Monk yet again, use its effect, go for Duza. Of course, send another cubic to the graveyard, there you go. Then go for Coral Dragon. Again, it's a lot of the same stuff. Unification, you guys know what that does already. So you get, yeah, two of Duza on this one. Using their effects again, just send more stuff to the grave. And then Karma, he's just able to draw or search for what he wants. Then using Monster Gate, gets rid of one Duza's, but I mean, unfortunately not able to actually use it though, gets negated. But he does get a card up, I guess, because Dark Brab, so it didn't really matter to him. I'm thinking that when he was doing this duel, he's probably like, okay, whatever, you know, I have all these cards in the graveyard, that you're not going to stop what's about to happen. Seriously on that, because he has complete control of the duel now after that. So then, of course, Coral Dragon, using that destruction effect, and able to destroy the monster. Then, of course, he gets Leo, Keeper of the Sacred Tree. gets the draw from Coral Dragon, and then Hand Destruction again, so like I said. And then after that, Twin Twisters, able to luckily get rid of any kind of back row. And yeah, I mean, it's just GG right there. Like I said, with all those cards going to the graveyard like that, he had complete control of the duel right after he played that Reasoning. So obviously you can see how Duza and the others could get so much stronger. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. One Dark Brib's not going to save you, unfortunately, on that, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the deck list. Alright, so here's the deck list that he used in the replays, so here we go. First off, we have Crimson Nova, the Dark Cubic Lord. This is one of your main monsters, and it's really easy to bring out too. You just have to have 3 cubics with different names in your hand, and there, easy special summon. So pretty ridiculous to be able to bring that card out so easily. Then after that, of course, your main card for cubics, which is Duza, the Meteor Cubic Vessel. I mean, this card is, as you could tell from both replays, it's the setup card. It's the one that cubics definitely needed, and like I said, we couldn't use this deck without this card. That's the reason it took a while for people to be able to really use this in the TCG, because we had to wait a little bit longer because of Gold Edition. Then afterwards, Summoner Monk, great because you have so many spells and you want to get them to the graveyard anyway. Might as well use Summoner Monk with these, and you get to go then for Duza. I mean, you get an instant special summon for one, so that's always great to do. Then afterwards, we have Buster Gandil, the Cubic Behemoth. Then Blade Garuda, the Cubic Beast. So both those, I mean, obviously just a couple more cubics for you to use. After that, using 3 of Red Resonator, like you guys saw from this replay, helped out a ton. I mean, being able to special summon at level 4, which obviously can help you out because, again, Duza, and then Summoner Monk, as he used it, I think, in both replays. And, of course, Synchros are really easy to bring out with this deck, too, so bringing you a lot of options. After that, we have Dark Garnex, the Cubic Beast. He's using one of those. 3 of V-Jam, the Cubic Seed. I mean, like you guys could see, and even from like the movie too, if you guys saw Dark Side Dimensions, I mean, this is like a really annoying card to get around, and it definitely works out well when you have Cubic Karma and everything too. You can power up your monsters, as you saw in that one replay. Then after that, we have Regeki, Resonator Call, using 3 of those because, again, search for Red Resonator. Then afterwards, he's using 2 of Cubic Aura. Then a Monster Gate. Unfortunately, we weren't really able to see this card in action, but it's kind of the same reason you run Reasoning. You know, same idea, really, on that. So it definitely helps out the deck and sending more of those cards to the graveyard. Then Dark Hole, a little added destruction, I guess. Afterwards, Soul Charge. Might as well special summon everything that, you know, because you're sending somebody to the graveyard. Reasoning. You saw pretty much from the replay with this card today. Once he used it, I mean, he basically won. And that's how it can work. You send enough cards to the graveyard because of this, it's over, pretty much on that. Upstart Goblin, a little bit of draw power. Twin Twisters, get rid of those spells and traps. You can go for that OTK. Hand Destruction, good draw engine, and also sending cards to the graveyard. Cubic Karma, as you guys saw, I mean, obviously, you don't have to explain really any of the Cubic cards. I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory. You get a power-up as well as a search from this one. Then Cubic Unification, a revival card, and also it can help you go for the Fusion monster, but he's not running the Fusion, but if you wanted to, you could throw it in there and use this, but it's a low chance of using it. You're mainly going to use it for the effect when it's in the graveyard, obviously. And then Vanity's Emptiness, because it shuts down a lot of different decks out there. Afterwards, for the extra deck, I mean, obviously you guys saw all the Synchro Summon he could do, so these are pretty self-explanatory. You have Ultima Zolkin, Leo Keeper of the Sacred Tree, then Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, 2 Coral Dragons, and then after that, 2 of Stardust Charge Warrior. Pretty much the MVPs, though, of the Synchros were Coral Dragon and Leo. I mean, as you guys saw, both replays, yeah, those were the main ones he was going for, and they're pretty tough to go up against. Afterwards, we have our Exceed monsters, which gives us Super Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Gustav Max. Then M7. After that, number 24. Then we have Utopia the Lightning, number 39 Utopia. So, I mean, again, from the replays you could tell, anything that can go for a rank 4s, you're going to be using both of these anyway. It's really self-explanatory on that. Cargorgon Evanescent Knight, just a good rank 4 to use. Castell, because anything that can go for a rank 4, I mean, it's just a staple for that. You always want to have on those. And pretty much the same for Abyss Dweller. Same idea, really, on that. And he does have a side deck. I think these were just other cards he was trying out, really. And I'll name off them real quick. We have 2 of Maxi, which can be pretty good in this deck. I mean, draw power is always great. Norden, I guess he was trying that out, which it does combo really well with Duza. I'm in my build that I've been trying out. I've been using it, and it really works wonders with that. Then we have Beatrice. After that, Paw Desires. You know, just go ahead and get that extra draw from that. And then other Twin Twisters. I guess he was having a little extra destruction for it. So either way, it can help you out. And like I said, get rid of the back row so you can go for an OTK. Plain and simple. And yeah, there we go. That's the deck list and the 2 replays. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you to the Thefalcies for sending these to me. Really awesome to watch. I know you guys have been asking me to build cubics for a while, and I gotta say, after seeing these replays and this deck list and everything, I'm actually tempted to build them too. I might try out Red Resonator with mine. I haven't really tried that yet. Like I said, I've been going with more of the Norden and even using our new Fusion Tuner monster. So let me know what you guys think about this deck list. Again, thank you to the Thefalcies for sending all those replays and the deck list. I mean, that was really awesome. Be sure to check them out, link in the description. And of course, if you want to send in your own replay for a video, all you gotta do is send me a message on my Facebook page, which is just CyberKnight610. It's always in the description on all my videos. Just send the message with the replay file, whether it's from Yugioh Pro or DevPro. Then also include the deck list if you want. I know some people want to keep that to themselves, as well as a link to your YouTube channel if you want a shout out from it. And I will try to make a video on it. So yeah, if you guys want to send your own, just be sure to do that. Any questions, just ask in the comments. And be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh replays and other Yu-Gi-Oh related videos. And of course I will. Catch you guys later. See ya.